Okay, I think it's working now. Wow, that certainly took more effort than I wanted. That's okay, though. Yeah, Facebook decided to be dumb, so I decided to give Facebook a chance to not be dumb and took it off and then put it back on and messing with stuff. And do I appear to be blurry to you? Let me move the microphone out of shot and see if the autofocus actually does what it's supposed to do here. Oh, it's Monday. Oh, how it is so very Monday in so many ways and in so many manners. But this is a Monday that I took off. I did not actually work today. And we did not a whole lot of stuff. We kind of hung out, relaxed, and had fun. And that was really cool. And tomorrow I get to go back to the day job. Hurrah, hooray. I look normal? Oh, good. Well, let's define normal, shall we? All right. That's all right. We're good. Hey, and yes, and Facebook is now talking to it. Excellent. I have got a new song that I am really positively giddy about doing here. This is a song that pretty much wrote itself in the space of an hour. On Saturday? Maybe Sunday? No, it was yesterday. It was Sunday. And I really felt like I tuned earlier. So we tune because we care. And I really wanted to get this out there because this is just, I mean, this is I'm really giddy about this song. It started out with a set of chords that I had handy. I mean, I had this A, C, G7, A, then D6, A, and a C, and an A. And that rhythm. And I couldn't figure out what the heck I was going to write how I was going to write the song. So I figured that I would attempt to write the song. When I had words. And then the other day I had this thought about how I haven't seen a guy who I know is moving back to Texas for a long time. And that there's a conversation that, you know, when you're with a group or people or individual people and there's this conversation that you just have with them. And it doesn't matter how long the time is in between when you see them, but the conversation just picks right up where you left off. That gave me the phrase, the 30-year conversation, and that made me realize what I had to write. And the song, once I had that, the song wrote itself. Now, I attempted to record it 6 times or more yesterday, and I crashed and burned every time. And I now know the reason why is because I wasn't smart, and when I wrote out the lyrics, I didn't write down the chords, because I actually have the chords written in with the lyrics to remind me what I'm doing, because I'm old and have suffered a number of blows to the head. So, let's see how this goes here. Every year, and the reason that we do it may not seem too clear, but the words we say and the people we see make the world a better place. That's how it seems to me. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah, I just can't wait to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. The 30-year conversation. Months go by, we don't meet face to face, and the messages we send do not quite take the place of the gathering grounds of our happy little crew, and the ongoing banter between me and you. I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends, the 30-year conversation. We meet new friends and we drink to the old, and this party goes on and it's never gonna fold, for the things we have in common. Yeah, we try to keep the conversation going between them, you and I. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends. 30-year conversation. We're building a community, we're building a crew, and when we get together, that's what we're gonna do to keep the chatter and the banter and the laughter and the tears. The bonds we keep on building just get stronger through the years. I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends, yeah, the 30-year conversation. Some call it a party, some call it a con. I call it the plane that we all are living on. When the things we have in common, make connections, and we try. Keep the conversation going between them, you and I. I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends, 30-year conversation. Yeah, I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends, the 30-year conversation. That song is what we in the industry refer to as a banger. You can't play it slow. You can't play it quietly. I think I did it all right. I think I might have done it some justice, and that is the first live performance of it. So there you go, folks. You are now witness to history, or whatever the heck it is we call it around here. I think I got it done right. The nice thing about doing a live performance of it is, if I screw up, it's just part of the live performance experience. If I record it and I screw up, that means I screwed up. That's what that is all about. So yeah. I hope y'all dug that. The recorded, successful recording, I might add, after like double digits of boating accidents and horrible train wrecks, was actually recorded using the voice recorder app on Windows 10, and is thrown up on my Patreon page, and it will be there and go live, like, you know, later in the week. And then when it does that, then I will throw it up onto the SoundCloud page as well. It's okay. Yeah, it'll be there. I like this song. I like this song a lot. I wanted to play it at the beginning because this is a song, that song takes a lot of air. I did have a false start. I had a couple of skew-Fs where we had some problems, and I just saw a hiccup here. Saw a couple of screw-ups where I wasn't getting onto Facebook for some reason. I had to take Facebook off of the restream and put it back on. But we're here. We're here, and we're doing things, and that's the important part. Let's make sure I haven't made any other stupid mistakes while I'm here, because really it's not a Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show without some kind of horrible mistake. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Well, we get what we pay for, and we're all getting this for free, so hey, why not? Well, having recorded the video of me playing that song, I am now going to turn off the recording thing, which will probably help matters in some way. I used to record all of these shows, and I filled up the hard drive. And then I had to move the songs off to another drive. And then it occurred to me, you bonehead, YouTube is recording all of these videos, and you can download them off YouTube whenever you want to. So I decided to stop recording them. That's right, you're gonna double my salary. 2 times 0 is 0. It's 2 zeros. That's bigger. It's larger. It's 2 zeros. The look on Amy's face as she walked past me as I was saying that was entirely worth the effort. What you doing? Taking a picture?
Yep.
Alright. There's a window over there. That is the room known as Away's window on the world, literally. Alright, let's do another song, shall we? Having done, like, the big banger song, I now want to be able to relax. We got that part out of the way. We can now do something that's a little easier to do. And in what I'm going to do here...
No, I'm trying to take a picture of the pillow, not the cat.
Taking a picture. You see, one of my sisters has been teasing me about wanting a pony for many, many, many years. And wanting a pony means, but she doesn't have a place to put a pony. So what we're doing is we're taking a picture of the pillow, which is made a latch hook pillow, and it has a pony on it. And we're sending it to her in a Christmas card with a picture of a barn on the card. Assuming we can get the cat off the horse. Get the cat off the horse. Get the cat off the horse! That's a country song. Anyway, that's not the song I'm doing now. And I actually managed to completely fail to change over to this window, so you can see that's our official technical screw-up. Our next song is Space Burrito. which is yeah, that's yeah, A6 G6. And our friend D6 makes another appearance. Amy's trying to take a picture of the polo before the horse gets it. It's Monday!
Okay.
Space burrito, burrito in space. 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 Flying high above Mother Earth. Need a lunch of significant girth. Flour tortilla floats into the room. Space burrito will save us from doom. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. I'm enunciating. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space Chef Hatfield and Desjardins. Use some black beans and zero green jeans. Zero G greens. Warm some carne and fresh fried roll. Had Tabasco and there she goes. Space burrito, burrito in space. 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 Zero D giant. Let's try that again. Whee! Zero G dining was such a chore. It's greater than the stuff we had before. Like a quesadilla, but there's much more. Better than the space sandwich of yore. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. It was a ham on rye, by the way. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, inspired by this video right over here. Started that video, got put up by Adam and Jamie's Gratuit. There is a lot of eating. But the sandwich, if you fast forward a little bit, the sandwich is actually, the burrito rather, is actually legitimate and was created by Chef Desjardins down on Earth and made by Chef Chris Hatfield, also known as Captain Chris Hatfield, also known as the man who made hanging out in space and doing weird things cool for millions of people. I saw the video and it's like space burrito, and my brain went space burrito, burrito in space, and then I had to write the song. There are many songs like that. There are many songs that I hear an idea or see an idea, and my brain just goes, "Do me, do a story." They're sort of rubbing it into that. Well, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing, and that's all right. We are good. We're all good. Is Hatfield? Am I spelling it wrong? I'm spelling it wrong. That's all right. It's Monday. Did some more deconstruction of our deck. We now have no deck and no deck understructure. And I have cut out all the middle bits between the posts that are cemented into the ground. We are probably going to wind up having to hire someone to remove the cement from the ground, because, well, I could do it. In the words of Weasel in the first Deadpool movie, I'd go and do that, but I don't want to. So that's how that works. Let's do a little more laid-back song here. That was Space Burrito was actually more laid-back than 30-Year Conversation, but that's kind of like saying that, you know, gasoline-powered paint mixer is a little bit more powerful than a battery-powered paint mixer. It's still a freaking paint mixer. Next song we're going to do is a Jimmy Buffett tune. One of my favorites. And if you're listening to this, at least you probably don't hate it. So that's nice. Let me see if I can remember the chords now. Where is that thing? Really? Oh yeah, okay. Okay. That's right. I should have played the song earlier, so I had to remember how to play it. But that's okay. We're professionals. We pick it up as we go along, and if nobody notices that it's wrong, then I guess we're okay. Well, now they make new movies in old black and white, with happy endings where nobody fights. So if you find yourself in that nostalgic rage, honey, jump right up and show your age. I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache, the Boston Blackie kind, a two-toned Ricky Ricardo jacket, and an autographed picture of Andy Devine. Whoa, I remember being buck-toothed and skinny, writing fan letters to Sky's niece Penny. Well, I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache, then I could solve some mysteries too. Well, it's a grandstand, Disneyland, growing up fast, drinking on a fake ID. Well, Rama, was it? Yeah, Rama, was it Rama of the jungle? There was everyone's but one, and only jazz musicians were smoking marijuana. I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache. Talent? What? Then I could solve some mysteries too. Ba-da-da-ba-ya-ba-da-dee-dee. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. But it's a flat-top, dirty mop copping a field, grubbing on the living room floor, so sore. Well, they send you off to college, trying to gain a little knowledge, but all you want to do is learn how to score. Well, now I'm getting old, I don't wear underwear, I don't go to church, and I don't cut my hair, but I can go to movies and see it all there, just the way that it used to be. That's why I wish I had a pencil-thin mustache, the Boston Blackie kind, a two-toned Ricky Ricardo jacket, and an autographed picture of Andy Devine. I could be anything that I wanted to be, maybe a Swave Errol Flynn or the Sheik of Araby. If I only had a pencil-thin mustache, then I could do some cruising too. Yeah, Brill cream, a little dabble do ya. I could do some cruising too. Whew. Show Your Rage? That'd be the heavy metal version of Show Your Rage. Yes, Your Honor, this man has no deck. Ah. By the way, the rest of you, the other two people watching this, Ashley had a big hand in tearing up the deck. So much so that we actually got a shot of her doing the Tusken Raider victory dance afterwards. And unless she gives me the money, I'm going to post it. No, not. Don't blackmail your audience. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Relly, how are you? You know, y'all are just in time. Because I think it's about that time. It's time to do the thing. And by the thing, I mean the song. That's a good way to wrap up a Monday. Now, it is one of the songs that I do habitually. Habitually. Which means I do it over and over and over again. Because, well, it's fun. And I can do it. And it's not only that I can do it, I can get away with doing it. And I even know how to play it, more or less. I am I got it down on this instrument here. Memorial slab chunks. Slab chunks? That sounds like an insult to me. Hey, listen here, slab chunks. What? Does that even mean anything? We're going to do Bertha's Muscles. Because we're not doing a lot of Dickensian stuff. And one of the things about Dickensian stuff is damn near every Dickensian show that I have ever been part of has a tendency to put Bertha's Muscles on the in the playlist, even though the song itself was written in the early 70s by a couple of guys. And it was really just kind of like boink. It just kind of falls in there, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Barrand, because it is in fact an ad for Bertha's in Baltimore, Maryland, and they serve seafood and they serve mussels. Yeah. You remember how to play it. I'm working on playing this thing on the baritone, but I'm probably just going to cheat and just capo the hell out of it. So that way, I only have to have one instrument. And I don't have to play the F chord on the regular one. I just play this one. So, eat Bertha's mussels. They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room. You can eat them in the bar. So, when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a sailor came to Bertha's with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. Well, a couple of plates of mussels, now he sings in a different key. His jibboom set right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not going back to sea. So, eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room. My cat is crying in the other room. We're up here. It's okay. I'm being heckled by a cat! Screw it! Eat Bertha's mussels. They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room. I'm getting heckled by my cat! So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a old treat. Let's ready it now. A sailor came to Bertha's with a problem most severe. Cat heckling. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. So I ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key like a cat. His jibboom said right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not going back to sea. So eat Bertha's mussels. Yum! They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room. You can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just take your kitty cat to Bertha's. You'll both be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to Bertha's who wanted a daughter or son. The doctors had said with a shake of their heads that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband dear. She tuned up his cruise, and to tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. So eat Bertha's mussels, yum, they're the best there is by far. By far you can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, thank God, cure your constipation too. Just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles, for the flu. So if you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight. A plate a day of Bertha's mussels, and you'll live till you're 98. So eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. And so we come staggering in sideways, tripping over the cat, landing face first into the sofa, ricocheting off the Mount Lodge marquee, tipping backwards over the wet bar, and landing upside down in a bottle of your own beer, at the conclusion of yet another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. I think that's our official first ever being heckled by a cat. Yes, Chaos. Meow. I couldn't put it any better. As Ashley and I have said to each other on occasion, meow. But here we are. It's Monday. We got 3 more of these shows, probably this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then this is like a part half week, and then next week we're working a full week. And then it's all chopped up left, right, front, and center due to the fact that we have all these holidays floating around. Rawr, exactly. Rawr. Ashley, Chaos. Chaos, Ashley. Meow among yourselves. And, consequently, we'll keep doing this. Those of you who missed 30-Year Conversation, when this is done, go back to the beginning. It's a good song. I really dig it. Semi-holy days, or at least, holy days when... National holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and the day job lets me off on both of those days, which is nice. It's nice to watch parades and stuff like that. So, I like that. We live in a capitalistic society, so there's a few things I got to get out of the way here. Let me ooch over a little bit. And we'll talk about the tip jars, which are, of course, up there, paypal.com/theadequate, Venmo @theadequate. Thanks to Eric and Robert, Rick, and Emily Miranda for throwing some bucks in the bucket. And thank you to my astonishingly generous and tolerant Patreon patron peeps, and that's Chris and Teppo and Shane Cascaro, and Linda and Ann and Stefan and Robin and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene, who have been supporting me through this bizarre thing we're doing. And I do my best to try and justify it. Some days are better than others. We'll see. Today was an exciting day, and I think hopefully y'all got me got your money's worth, just because I'm dealing with being heckled by a cat, which does not happen in a lot of live streams. Let's be honest about that. It's not common. Maybe it ought to be. I don't know. And anything that goes into my pocket speak through this stuff or Patreon goes right back into trying to make the show good for y'all. And we'll see how that goes as we go along. We're just going to keep chugging. The $2 a month fee is, of course, the cheapest ad budget in the world. If you're giving me $2 or more on Patreon, let me know about something to advertise. For example, Pious Rebel here by Jory Post is, in fact, the latest release from Paper Angel Press, who just happened to be one of mine. So there it is. One of my Patreon peeps. Check them out at paperangelpress.com. Carpe Diem Comics is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate and all of his many ill-thought-out endeavors. You can find them at carpediemcomics.com. Practical Content's another one of them. You know, all this good stuff over here. Archives are over here. You can find them at facebook.com and twitch.tv/Tobias the Adequate. And at youtube.com/MPLEGARE. The SoundCloud stuff is over here. The recorded SoundCloud stuff's over here at soundcloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre. Ask Philo has got 2 more episodes coming out on our 13-episode run. Last week I was dumb and I accidentally released 2 episodes at once. Actually, the week before that I released 2 episodes at once. And then, so this last weekend I actually released the same 1 episode again. I don't know if anybody noticed. I'm not sure. But you can check them out anywhere you can find the Adequate Podcast. Once the bridge is done being flooded out, we'll probably do another 13 runs of Ask Philo. So if you have questions for Philo, do let me know. I'm working on the 13th episode of the 13-episode run. Don't know what it's going to be about yet. We'll find out. All of us will find out together, won't we? Oh yeah, one other thing before I get to Still Famous. We are official. Thud Bucket is a thing, and it's out there. You can look up Thud Bucket on Facebook or on YouTube and catch the very first video from the album WTAF called Ominous Positivity. We are working on more videos. We are in pre-release mode at CD Baby and being released and inflicted upon everywhere very soon. So do check that out. It is death metal you can laugh at. And those are words you don't usually see put together in that order. It was a lot of fun to do. And I'm always bewildered to see how well it goes. So that's everything. That's about it. Thank y'all for hanging out with me again. All of y'all who are catching this live and who are catching this on reruns. Because I know I am big in syndication. Because a lot of y'all have lives and you can't get here right when I do the thing. It's okay. No pressure. I know you all are out there because I can see the view counts on Facebook, on the media things that show me that y'all are out there. And I appreciate that a lot. Y'all being out there watching this helps me continue to do this. And me continuing to do this helps y'all continue to watch it. So it's kind of like a circle of attention or something. That's about it. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Be safe out there. We are closing in on a real strong dose of reality for a lot of people. And we're closing in on having maybe just a few responsible adults taking over some things, and I think that's worth being a little hopeful about. Remember hope? Yeah, remember hope? We're going to get some of that back, pretty sure. Y'all have been wonderful. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again. Well, there is some hope. It's okay. Don't sweat it, Lucas. You'll be able to catch the rerun in about a minute and a half after YouTube finishes munging it up. But don't worry, I'm big in syndication. Trust me on this. Not everyone can actually get themselves here when I do the show. And I understand that. That's okay. I grew up with syndication. I grew up back in the days when there were UHF channels. So I just consider myself to be like, channel 87 on the UHF dial. You can't quite tune it in all the time. But sometimes you got to have your little sister hold one end of the antenna and put her arm out like that. Y'all have been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. And I will see y'all next time. You take care.